Well, up next is the South African Junior Featherweight title, the one we've all been waiting for. Macbuti Sinyabi, of course, the champion, defending against Thabo Sonjica. Here we see the ages, the champions 2 years older, 24 against 22. The champions also taller at 1.88 against 176. Reach the champions got a slight advantage as well. And of course, weight's always very similar because they've got a featherweight limit. Here we see 19 fights to the champion, 14 to the challenger. 18 wins to the champion, 14 wins. Of course, the challenger is undefeated, and the champions just had that single loss. 15 KOs to the champion, 5 KOs to the challenger. So this is a real fight. Oh, there we see former champions, Hawk Makapula.
No, that is not, that's Vuyani Bungu
Oh,
there.
Vuyani Bungu, of course. The great Vuyani Bungu.
Welcome back to the Orient Theatre, ladies and gentlemen. Before we get on with the main bout, let me acknowledge the presence at ringside of a couple of dignitaries and invite some of them to join us in the ring. Let me welcome the MEC of Social Development, Ms. Pemi Majodima, into the ring. And joining her in the ring is the CEO of the Eastern Cape Gambling Board, Mr. Mabuto Zwane, Deputy Chair of the House of the Traditional Leaders, Prince Benz Ngamashe, and the Head of Department of Social Development, Ms. B. Hakula, and also Boxing South Africa Board Member, Andile Sitinile, joining us in the ring. It's time now for the main event. This for the South African Junior Featherweight title. It is scheduled for 12 rounds. Let's welcome first into the ring the challenger, Thabo Sonjica. And now, fighting against him, let's welcome the champion, Macbuti Sinyabi. Ladies and gentlemen, this bout for the South African junior featherweight title is sanctioned by Boxing South Africa. The fight supervisor is Pakamile Jacobs. Promoter is Mzimasa Mguni of AYETU Boxing Promotions. We are live and exclusive on your World of Champions Super Sport as we continue to bring you the fights of your lives. Your officials for this bout are referee Matika, the three judges at ringside, Nja, Vabaza, and Mbini. Your timekeeper at the bell, Nangogo Tetani. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black and white stripes, with an official weight-in of 55.3 kilograms. He's an unblemished professional record of 14 fights, 14 wins. He's the challenger tonight. He comes from Duncan Village. Let's put our hands together for the Super Eagle, Thabo Sonjica. And now, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black and the white stripes, official weight, 54.95 kilograms. A proud professional record of 19 fights, 18 wins, only a single loss. Born and bred in Tanzania, now fighting out of Nick Durant's stable in Johannesburg. Here is the reigning and defending South African junior featherweight champion, the Madman, Macbuti, Sinyabi. Boxers to the center of the ring, please. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we may clear the ring. Thank you.
Well, Brian, we don't have to say anything here. The crowd is saying it all. They're excited. They are on their feet. They are really on top of us here. I wish we could be here and see what is happening really here in this arena. I've never seen something like this. They are all over.
Yeah, the crowd's absolutely electric, Peter. They want this fight badly. Two local guys. And I'm not sure who they're supporting because when the champion came to the ring, they gave him great applause, and then when they announced his name, they booed him. So I think it's 50-50 here right now.
And this area, Brian, East London, really has produced a good junior featherweight. So we know that Vuyani Pungu, former IBF junior featherweight champion, and preceding him was welcome Ngwita Pat Pungu. Speaking about Pungu, who we've seen earlier on.
Boxers,
defended
I've told you in the dressing room, stick to the boxing rules, obey my commands at all times. Shake hands, good luck.
Well, here we have it. If you just join us with this live at the Orient Theatre for the South African Junior Featherweight title, I'm Brian Mitchell, with me Peter Leapeng. And this is the big one that the crowd have been waiting for all evening. Two local men.
It is, Brian.
Men at least. And of course, Sonjica fights out of the southpaw stance. He's undefeated in 14 fights. Our champion Sinyabi, 19 fights, 18 wins. And this should be a cracker.
It is going to be a cracker, Brian. They are both wearing black trunks, but the challenger has got a white strip, and he's got his name Thabo.
Well,
it is Thabo Sonjica.
Well, the challenger is also a southpaw, of course, and leads with a right hand.
And you're right, Brian. I think the way we can really distinguish them is that the challenger has got black boots, while the champion really is
good punches from the challenger. Well, I think the champion Sinyabi's got his hands full tonight.
He's up against a man definitely, Brian, who's undefeated. This man doesn't know how to lose.
Well, he's not undefeated for nothing, but in the same breath, Sinyabi's only had one loss. Well, so far, the best punches are coming from the challenger, Thabo Sonjica.
The champion really has got to do something, Brian. He's got to gain the respect of the challenger. He's got to tell this man that I am the champion. And that's what he seems to be doing right now, Brian.
Yeah, good punches there from the champion, Sinyabi. So far, very evenly contested round. Big punch from the challenger.
He's a southpaw. Look at that.
Sonjica wants this title as early as the first minute of the first round.
Both title boxers ready for junior featherweight.
Nice punch there from the champion. He's a counter puncher. And Sonjica's the southpaw, that's the aggressor.
Yeah, in case you're confused, the champion really is the man in the white boots, while the challenger is in the black boots.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's a good opening round for the challenger. Thabo Sonjica. And the crowd love it, because he's still a local man.
Yeah, he's from Duncan Village, Brian, and the champion is from Tanzania, King.
But of course, the champion has moved to Johannesburg, so I'm not sure if that's why he got the booze. But he's still a local man at birth and by heart.
No, you're 100% right, Brian, there.
Oh, no! It's all over!
What about that?
Brilliant punch here from the champion.
What about that?
Oh, Macbuti has landed a cracker. And the fight is over!
My
In the
goodness!
first round. The fight is over. And Macbuti has won the defender his title.
What a
What a
turnaround,
brilliant
Brian!
uppercut. Brilliant from Macbuti. Just when it looked like you could have got beaten, he landed a terrific uppercut.
He was on his way to losing the round, Brian, because the challenger was coming forward all the time and he was confident
Brilliant
he was
work
touching the champion.
from Macbuti. Brilliant.
Yeah, it's all chaos in the ring, as you can see.
Wow, what looked like it could be a good fight turned out to be an easy fight for the champion.
Yeah, it's chaos here in the ring, Brian. They need to get the security people to come into the ring because there's so many people in the ring now. They all want to touch the champion.
And a very good one there for Macbuti. He changed the fight quickly.
That is the challenger there in your screen. He does not know what hit him. I'm sure he'll go back and watch the video of this fight because I don't think he knows really what happened. He was hit so hard that he went down, and even after a count of 10, he was still confused. He didn't know where he was.
Yeah, what can we say? The challenger came to fight, but he dropped his guard, and the champion nailed him with a big right hand. We'll wait for the replay to see just how the champion did it.
And here he comes. That's your champion there, Macbuti Sinyabi. But Brian, you must remember that out of his 19 fights and 18 wins, here comes the knockout.
Oh, wait for it. Oh, it was a left hook, in fact.
It was a
left hook, and it was all over bar the shouting. I thought it was a right uppercut, but in fact it was a left hook. He slips the jab. Boom, over the top.
Right on the jaw, Brian.
And a
right
terrific left hook. Macbuti retains his South African junior featherweight title in style.
Very few boxers could have survived that punch, Brian. It was a left hook. That's what coming later there in your screen. Former IBF junior featherweight champion. He's congratulating the champion there, Macbuti. Now he improves his record to now 20 fights and 19 wins and only 1 loss.
What can we say? It was a brilliant win for him. And one punch changed the whole fight.
And we see now the disappointed faces of Thabo Sonjica's fans. fans from Duncan Village.
Well, disappointment, of course, for the challenger Thabo Sonjica. He never made it past the first round.
Yeah, he made a mistake, Brian, of dropping his cards. And he got a lesson he will never forget. A left hook from the champion who's now in your picture.
Sinyabi retains his title.
There he comes again. Let's look at it.
Waits for it, he sets his man up, misses the right hand, boom, over the top of the left hook, and a crushing left hook.
That was a crushing left
All
hook.
over by the shouting. Well, who would have expected this to go? Less than a round.
Right on the button, Brian.
The undefeated Thabo Sonjica has been knocked out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this South African junior featherweight title fight was scheduled for 12 rounds. Let us give you the official time of the stoppage. 2 minutes and 58 seconds of the very first round for the winner and the still South African junior featherweight champion, the Macman, Macbuti, Sinyabi. Macbuti, thank you very much for your time. So much been said about this fight long before the fight. Fantastic performance. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Before I say anything, I'd like to say first, that scratch, that burning desire I've been complaining about, I think it's been taken care of. So now, I'll take 2 steps forward. Takalani Ndlovu, I respect him. He's a one hell of a fighter. I ain't gonna take it away from him. But I think it's time. It's time for Macman to spread his wings to the next tent. I'm the best ever. I'm the last man standing, just like Nelson Mandela. There will never be another me. I am what I am, and I ain't gonna change because people, they don't like me. Some will love me, some will hate me. I ain't money. I ain't money. Not everybody's gonna like me or love me. I ain't money. They talk crap about me. They don't even know me. Who am I?
Let's talk about the fight, the way it began, and the thunderous shot that ended it.
He's a baby champion. He's a baby champion. Let's start there. He doesn't have experience. We knew that he's gonna come with fire. But as a champion, I adjusted, as I told you yesterday, that I'll prevail. That's exactly what happened. What I like to say this one more time. Who am I? I'm the poor boy come from East London with a spark of interest. Then Nick Durant, he feed the spark. The spark becomes a flame. Then he feed the flame. The flame becomes a fire. Then he feed the fire. The fire becomes a roaring blaze. I'm too sharp for them. Every time they bring them, I break them. Every time they put them in front of me, I always cut them into pieces. I've been around. I'm the world champion as an amateur, if you don't know that. I'm a gold medalist in the Zone 6 championships as an amateur. I'm a 5-time South African champion as an amateur. I've got this, I've got what you call experience. After Thomas Hens, is Philip No woman to do this record. Today I've got 20 fights with 19 sensational knockouts. Who am I?
You are Macbuti Sinyabi. Nick Durant joins me now. Nick, well-spoken gentleman, great fight. You guys prepared well. You were there the way in, the hype was there, the energy was there, and at the end of the day, it's good for boxing, but we have a great fighter here.
Kumlani, you know, I said we started preparing as early as September last year. We brought a guy from Popo, Southpaw, sorted him out in December. That was all part of our preparations for Sonjica as a Southpaw. What we did was we cooked the meal in Joburg. We came and ate here tonight.
The fight lasted barely a round. Sitting in that corner in the early stages of the fight before that punch landed, what were your thoughts?
I knew Sonjica would come out smoking. Our basis in this fight was control and focus. And he could have never got the type of sparring required for Macbuti Sinyabi tonight, because nobody in this country can hit Sonjica as hard as Macbuti Sinyabi, and that showed tonight.
Your boxer has clearly expressed interest in fighting Takalani, the IBF champion.
You know, both Takalani and Macbuti Sinyabi and Jeffrey Matabula, all promoted by one man, Branko Milankovic. I know that we will be world rated now. Who knows? I don't want to spoil Takalani's party. He must enjoy his world title. But if there's the opportunity, obviously we will prepare to beat him as well.
Nick Duran together with this boxer, the madman Macbuti Sinyabi, live and exclusive on a World of Champions, as we continue to bring you the fights of your lives.
Type for the South African junior bantamweight title. Inyaki Sinyabi against Unati Gukomo. Gukomo, of course, is the champion. He's 26 years old against 20 years old from Sinyabi. The height's 1.68 against 1.73. The champion slightly shorter. Reach 1.75. The challengers got slightly longer reach. And weights, of course, very similar, 52 kilos each. That's the weight limit they got to make. The champion's had 20 fights against 12 for the challenger. Wins 16 for the champion, 10 for the challenger. Losses 3 for the champion, 2 for the challenger. Draws 1 for the champion. And they both had 4 KOs to their credit.
Welcome back to the Orient Theatre. Ladies and gentlemen, this is AA2 Boxing Promotions. Promoter Mzimasam Guni at ringside together with the Eastern Cape Gambling and Betting Board, bringing you the best in South African boxing. It's now time for the first of our 2 South African title bouts here tonight. It's time for the South African Junior Bantamweight title fight, which is scheduled for 12 rounds. Let's welcome first into the ring the challenger, Minyake Tikato. And fighting against him, making his way to the red corner, let's welcome Unati Kokoma. This South African junior bantamweight title fight is scheduled for 12 rounds. Boxing tonight sanctioned by Boxing South Africa. Your fight supervisor is Pakamile Jacobs. The officials for this bout are referee Mka, judges Matakane, Bini, and Vabaza. And the timekeeper at the bell is Nangoku Tetani. Introducing first the challenger, He fights out of the blue corner, wearing the white, red, and the green trunks. He weighed in at 52.5 kilograms. His official record, 12 fights, 10 wins with only 2 losses. He comes from Mtansane. Here is Showtime, Minyake Sigata. And now, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white and red trunks, official weight at the scales, 52.10 kilograms, with a professional record of 20 fights, 16 wins, 3 losses, and a single draw. Here is the reigning, defending South African junior bantamweight champion, all the way from Duncan Village. Let's welcome the Matrix, Unati Ogama!
Boxers have spoken to you in your respective dressing rooms. Obey my commands and protect yourself at all times. Shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
Yes, final instructions there from Referee Lulama Mtia. This is the first of the South African title fights. This is in the junior bantamweight division. Champion Unati Kokoma in the white trunks, up against Miniake Sitiata.
Yeah, Unati Kokoma, the little southpaw. The South African champion, 25, 16 wins, only 3 losses and a draw.
The challenger might be going by the name of Miniake, but I can tell you something, Brian, he's not a mini in any respect.
Yeah, look, Sinyabi, the white, red, and green stripes. He's had 12 fights, 10 wins, and only 2 losses, and he's a very defensive fighter.
Yeah, the champion, fighting out of the southpaw stance, is a very, very good champion, Brian. Very experienced, 20 fights as we see, 16 wins, only 3 losses.
Sinyabi putting on the pressure, showing no respect for the champion here in round 1, which of course is the right way to do in a championship fight. You've got to take the title away from the champion if you want it.
Yeah, and to do the right thing, Brian, he's got to gain the respect of the champion. He's got to get the respect, and the only way to do that is to come forward and make the champion feel some of his power, the power in his punches.
Yeah, well, the right thing to do with a southpaw, Peter, is to get your foot on the outside and to put him under pressure. And obviously, for the southpaw, a good southpaw like the champion Sonjica and his Kongoma, get your foot on the outside and counter punch.
Yes, Brian, you're right.